Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're in the second hour, and yes, the first hour we did review a movie, but now we're previewing something special, and this is especially for Graham because he's in love with somebody by the name of Josh Hartnett.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like The Trap, and you were going to use some ominous reference. No, I do love Josh Hartnett. And do you know why I love him? Because he has a way, Mr. J.P. Sebastian, of popping up in really cool spaces and roles and things that often leave you thinking, oh, that's a good choice. Oh, that's a cool choice.
That's by choice. Like,
yes.
The reason why, oh man, this guy, poor guy has been off the radar, off the scene for many years.
He took a break. He said the stalkers got to him.
I think maybe he just doesn't take the easy pick.
There were a bunch of reasons, obviously, but also in a way, Hollywood blacklisted him. There were rumors that he was difficult to work with, and that's not entirely true at all, because it's just because he was very particular about the movies he was choosing.
Right.
Do you know he was offered Superman by Brett Ratner, and he said no thank you.
He said no?
He was offered Spider-Man, he said no thank you. Christopher Nolan offered him Batman over Christian Bale, he said no thank you. And so Christopher Nolan was very upset about that.
Right.
Fortunately, they reconciled because you would have seen him in Oppenheimer recently.
For sure.
As a side dude.
That makes me love him
Because
even
I suppose
more,
everyone's
actually.
been trying to kind of cookie cut push him into the leading man,
The
easy
prettiest
role.
face
And
in the world.
Heartthrob. Yeah.
Could have been Titanic. Maybe he turned out Titanic too, you know?
The door is open. So with this particular film,
For Titanic too?
come on.
Also, that door reference was so great.
Very nudging the boy. Trap, however.
Because this is M. Night Shyamalan, okay, which that generally is enough.
You sound
just
like
say
you're a
that.
fan. You were just
Yes.
singing his name onto set.
I didn't know. Shamalama.
Shamalama.
As many as you liked. 'Cause dude's not going to get nasty.
Set the premise for us, because this has an echo of reality.
Actually, I believe, based in part on real life, where what happened is a serial killer was tricked into going to a hockey match. And police surrounded the stadium, and he was trapped inside. So that's the entire idea, is that Josh Hartnett, the pretty boy next door, is actually a serial killer and is trapped at, in effect, a Taylor Swift concert with his daughter. He's got a daughter. He seems like the guy next door, whatever. The people themselves, including M. Night Shyamalan, and Josh Hartnett, to talk about a movie that I'm excited for, Trap, out today.
This individual that wears those 20,000 in attendance today,
Dad.
he's realized he can't get out.
Dad.
We will catch him.
Dad.
I'll be right back.
Trap, it's very new and different than my other movies. The world of concerts and backstage, I thought, wow, this would be a kind of an interesting place to set a thriller.
Cooper is a father. He loves his daughter very much, and he finds himself in a pretty tricky situation. As the title suggests, he finds himself in a trap.
It's a combination of tones that is really unusual.
What's going on, Dad? It's dark and it's edgy and it's fun.
Watching Knight's films, like with The Sixth Sense and Signs, what I got is this creeping sense of dread. No one else can create the amount of tension that he can. So, catch me.
You have to go to see it in the movie theater so that you're laughing together, you're gasping together, trying to piece it together and holding on your edge of your seats. Wow.
Can we have a pre-popcorn?
Can I have a third lung? Because all of us were just talking while you guys were watching that too, about how tense that feels.
My anxiety levels aren't great, dude. I won't lie, and that really hit. My little heart is pumping, man.
The way he just plays it off just in his face, that pressing between the cops. Like,
the police, come on!
like, it's so weird. We're going to end up, and this is also what Shyamalan's good at, is making you root for what ostensibly should be the bad guy.
You're like, get out, get out.
Go kill the guy in your basement, please. Like, what?
Is this a departure, though? Because he likes to dabble in the supernatural. He likes to dabble in things that
Good
push
point.
the mind beyond that boundary, that get us thinking in a slightly different
Sometimes
way.
you got aliens, sometimes you got spooks, sometimes you can see spooks. Obviously, it's the Sixth Sense we're referring to.
And it's often, sorry to interject there, what he doesn't show us that has the biggest impact. I find like with something like Signs.
And so now you see
what a good
that
movie.
mechanic here in a way, and that's a good point, that Signs is all trapped inside the house. Knock at the cabin is all trapped in the cabin. But it's something is happening to the world at large outside.
Very big thing.
And in the same way, there's that claustrophobia of just the stadium where he's got someone parked off at home. He's got this entire mythos about him in the American public that he's the serial killer. Clearly, they can't ID him. I don't know the details of that just yet, but like they know he's there. They just don't know it's him.
No, they just keep seeing his face. They're like, nah, it can't be him.
He's just
Exactly. Exactly.
too good looking.
That guy could be
Unassuming.
people's top 100 men of all time. Like,
Sexiest man alive.
This guy looks almost like Austin Butler. No, it can't be him.
I'm ready
Cannot
to
be.
quit being a cop. I'll be a stripper cop. I don't know.
But I love how the trailer actually makes me want to watch the movie.
Oh, for
I'm like,
sure.
put me in, coach. I want to see
And
it.
how often do trailers do that?
Oh,
They can mess
gosh.
up so bad.
Yeah.
But this
Or
one
they show the
strings me
best
along.
parts and then you get there and you're like, oh, this is the worst.
And look out, that we might end up seeing that here because look,
enough.
I love Shyamalan and he's done some butt stuff in the past too. The one where the trees are chasing Mark Wahlberg, literally in a way.
Oh, I remember that.
But Mark Wahlberg can be quite irritating, so I think maybe
Dislike,
that's
man.
not too.
I was rooting for the trees, rooting. Haha.
like Mark Wahlberg.
Trap, man. The other thing that grabs me here is the visuals. They're
Oh,
so
they're
pretty.
so good.
Sayombo Muktiprom is the name of the cinematographer who just gave us challenges with
Yes.
Zendaya, etc., etc. Mike Feist and the other pretty boys. That's what they're not as pretty as Josh Hartnett. Why is pretty boys the theme this morning? Anyway, he also did Memoria. He did Suspiria. He did just beautiful movies, and this as well. There's just something so perfect about the
Striking,
blending and the light balance and the shadow and the contrast and all that kind of stuff. And this is partly because another thing that I love is this return to. So most recently, yeah, you saw that the girl getting nudged. He's a stout hat. So Nope. This reminds me of Nope in a way. And
Oh, I
this
love Nope.
This reminds me also of, like I was telling the camera gents now as well, Steven Soderbergh stuff. Ocean's 11 reminds me of Logan Lucky in the way that it's about don't get roped in by the spectacle. Don't get so you got this Taylor Swift heavyweight giant that they're all at the concert for.
Don't watch my eyes, watch the hands.
But the underworkings, and it's really this
Decoy.
story is very important, obviously, in the sense that of the mass media that we consume.
look at it.
All these movies are trying to say, do not look at the explosion, look at how we got there, kind
Yeah.
of thing. These are very important detective type stories to tell.
And I have a feeling because
Ooh, that
even
smells
within
ominous.
this, you are constantly reminded of the bad man behind it. The fact that, and that's almost the most serial killer effort here, is the fact that even with all this crazy stuff going on around him, he's still that. He can't help but be that.
Yeah, but no, in Shyamalan, there's always a twist in a plan, in a plot, and a twist in a chorizo.
I would say churros, yeah, man.
say
So it is.
churros,
It's a Josh Hartnett churro sandwich this morning with
He's just
drizzling of
vanilla ice cream.
Exactly, with a drizzle of Austin Butler on top. Well,
Vanilla
hopefully this
ice cream.
tickled your fancy this morning. Two fantastic films, one at the box office, one coming out.
We
Go
all love boys this morning.
and judge for yourself. It's okay, we're conflicted now.
Don't judge.
On the spectrum.